Hey guys, Mo here. We're done with section 12 of Ordeal 1. Last video, we defeated Saber and Sakura. We had to put a stop to her because Saber was basically desperate because Sakura was kinda dying from low Runnyman. But then when Saber near the end, decided to go after Rani 12 because she's basically out of options, so she was planning to go straight to the overseer, the center governing AI. She suddenly got sniped by a certain archer. She got sniped in the leg. She was super weakened, and we fought again, and obviously we won. And Sakura, before her final moments, had a quick talk with Seriera, Lance's master. And yeah, that's it. Sakura kinda understood what they are as prime AIs or something like that, but Lance's master, she just became more confused than she was. And now since Sakura is defeated, another rotation happened, and based on this map, it seems Ayus get another petition. I guess we're not getting one, but it's alright. We're gonna continue with section 13, End of the Gaze Centrifuge. Alright, I admit, you won, I lost. Wait, what? Oh, this is probably because Saber said she made a deal with us while Sakura was asleep, right? I guess this is it. Good. I'm glad you have the grace to accept when you're beaten. I want to make a deal. Let me talk to Sakura before I disappear, even just for a little bit. A deal? Are you kidding me? Forget it. There's no telling what kind of trick you might be trying to pull. I see. That's too bad. I was sure you people would want what I have to offer in exchange. How would we even know if it's worth our time unless you told us first? I have information about a servant none of us knew about. You mean Archer? Please tell us. Are they an archer? Is that who inflicted that wound you had when we caught up? I see. So you already had your suspicions? I can't say whether they are an archer or not, but their attack was shockingly powerful and came from extreme range. I tried to fight back by tracing their gaze with my mystic eyes, hoping to petrify the sniper. But their resistance to the effect was so potent, it rebounded on me instead. So I think we are dealing with a divine spirit servant of very high purity. Now that you mention it, you have kept your right eye closed this whole time. Sharp, aren't you? I was planning to pay you with this if the information alone was insufficient. I suppose I can give it to you anyway. The moment I was struck by my own power, I closed my right eye while it was still active. So it was rebounded, like reflected back at her. But I guess that means she could have been petrified back, right? I closed my right eye while it was still active. So even though my mystic eyes were deflected, the effect still reached the sniper. This eye is looking at them right now. Wait, what? Huh? So even though my mystic eyes were deflected, the effect still reached the sniper. Yes. This eye is looking at them right now. Huh. So her right eye is, because the mystic eye is still active, so I guess it's like conceptually she is still gazing at the sniper through the mystic eyes of petrification, through the ability, not physically. I guess that's how I interpret it. Well, I say looking, but the circuit was burned instantly, so I'm not able to actually see them. But conceptually, okay, so I was right. Conceptually, I was not wrong. But conceptually, my eye is still looking at them, so it's still like connected. If that, yeah, I get it. I don't need this eye anymore, so I'm going to conceptually detach it and give it to you. Conceptually detach it? How? You obviously know what to do with it, alchemist. So it's not physically, it's conceptually. How? How does that work? This is quite weighty for no more than the concept of an eye. Did you throw in a bonus of some kind? So she just transferred the concept of an eye. Huh? How does that work? I'm just leaving it behind as well. I'm not sure whether you'll be able to make use of it. You shouldn't be surprised. I'm fairly sure it's a perfectly normal thing to do. Well, as long as we can make use of its sight, there should be no problem. Thank you. I'll gladly use this. Well, damn. I guess the evidence really does point to there being an archer out there. What are they doing here? Are they fighting in the Holy Grail War too? How should I know? Besides, it's hardly my problem anymore. All I can say is, given what I have seen here, we were likely not told the whole truth about this world or the Holy Grail War. Ugh, it is so frustrating. Whoever tricked this monster should pay for their actions. But since I can't do it personally, I'll just have to entrust that task to you instead. If what I gave you turns out to be more valuable than you expected, then you can consider us even. Now, if you're satisfied, I have a wonderful conversation to enjoy. I will need some time to make myself at least minimally presentable, so please, leave me alone now. So she did tell us about Archer. So what exactly is going on, huh? So, what's the plan now, Master? The only other servant left is Lancer, the son of Vayu. We could keep this momentum going and go challenge him right now. Well, technically, Berserker's left too, but that greedy guts shouldn't be any problem. Damn, she's looking down on Duryodhana. I bet a little push is all it would take to send him over the edge and into depravity. Kama's question got me thinking. I could just pretend not to have noticed anything, I could keep fighting this war in accordance with the rules. This is me talking, right? I could just pretend not to have noticed anything. I could keep fighting this war in accordance with the rules. Maybe that would even be the quickest way to get back to the outside world. For all we know, this whole mystery could just be a misunderstanding on our part. However, there's also pain in this world. Now, yeah. Considering this all digital AI, simulation shit, like, this is all not supposed to be real, if that makes sense. But why is there so much suffering? And there's kindness too, so much so that it easily proves the pain isn't simply par for the course. Like, why all this even necessary in the digital world? This ain't Digimon. This world may be artificial, but I've seen the same kind of senseless pain here that I saw in countless singularities and lost belts. Yeah. People being oppressed and used, mental and physical pain. Why does that all exist here as though it were natural? Why are these things happening? Why is this system the way it is? I'm not sure, but I think I know where I can find the answers. The Overseer, I guess? I think we need to get to the bottom of this holy Grail War. Precisely what I calculated you would say. God dang it, every time. So I already finished analyzing the eye Medusa left with us. Conceptual eye, it's crazy. It no longer has the ability to petrify, but it's indeed still focused on what she claims to have seen. If I delve in even further, it should point us towards the object of its gaze like a compass. Yeah, I guess it's like spiritually, conceptually still connected. The path of her gaze, I guess. Oh, well, that should at least lead us to this mysterious archer. Should we find Ayus and Duryodhana again first? Yes, I think we should. Yeah, at least, we can work together, kind of. The announcement made at the rotation gave Berserker credit for finishing Saber off. So meeting back up with them should not only add to our offensive forces, but also makes it easier to replenish our resources. I'm guessing Lancer probably wouldn't come along. Yeah, he's doing his own thing. Yeah. I wonder. He is still a servant in this Holy Grail War, so I do think he can only hold up for so long. But for now, I do not think he is worth including in my calculations. Alright, once we rendezvous with Ayus and Duryodhana, let us head in the direction this eye points us. Yeah, something is up with this Grail War. I had a feeling we might end up going this way. Yeah, I'm going to the center, huh? Hello, Tron. Well, they are not inside the church. Predicting behavior, recommending caution. Please stop. What you are about to do may be considered a forbidden process. Oh yeah? We definitely can't have anyone breaking the rules. Anyone except me. As the strongest and kindest ruler to ever exist, I should be making the rules here. Damn, screw the rules. Damn. I know from my early investigation that you're not a master, as you do not have a command spell. However, then you leave me no choice. Well, the only other person who has command spell is the Overseer. He's running 12. Just as I calculated. I mean, at this point, what Holy Grail War that doesn't have the Overseer secretly being a participant? At this point, which Holy Grail War doesn't have Overseer as a participant? I knew I should have made certain, even if I had to jam my Ether Light into you to do so. No normal AI, even an armored type D, could withstand a hit from Berserker. So that leaves just one possibility. The fuck? What the fuck? Oh wait. You're not a normal AI. Hold on a minute. And that pretty much narrows down your possible partners in crime too. Wait, so the Define AI is actually the only one who could possibly hide an entirely different sort of being in the structure of a Prime AI. Would have to be someone capable of cheating at the base system level. Wait, so DX Tron is the Archer. And there's only one being in this whole world with the necessary privileges to do something like that. Which means you two must be the last master and servant. Yes and no. She is my servant Archer, the first participant in the system Grail War. Her true name is... Yeah, damn! Oh, shit. Durga. Oh shit. Damn. The brown woman turned out to be a white woman is crazy. Oh wait, but then Durga is supposed to be Indian, so I'm not gonna bother discuss that further. Just gonna continue with part 2 of section 13. Great, just great. Of course you have to be the one, you have the one servant I never wanted to see again. I guess Kama, is she considered demonic? Demonic god? Probably. Okay. I feel if I choose the question mark, they would kind of explain a bit. So I kind of want to see what they might elaborate further. Durga? Oh, first time hearing her name? Okay, yep, I was right. That's I just want to see more explanation just for the heck of it. Fine, I guess I can tell you about her. We all know how misery loves company. Basically, she's Shiva's queen and another aspect of Parvati. Well, and Kama definitely does not like Parvati. As I recall, although she is connected to Parvati, who is renowned for her grace and beauty, the two could not be more different. Instead, I believe she is a goddess who symbolizes war and conflict. Yep, that's her alright. She's basically made for combat. No, combat doesn't quite cover it. She's made for completely annihilating her enemies. Back in our time, there was this bunch of demon gods that was too much even for the regular gods to manage. One day, when the gods had finally had enough, they came together to create someone who could completely annihilate the demons. And Durga was the result of that effort. Calling her bad news is wildly understating things. And I don't know how she talks. Like, she talks like in a very nonchalant voice, or I didn't notice when I tried using her as a support servant during the daily grind. I didn't notice what her voice was like. Correct. Your praise of this goddess's capabilities is accurate, Kama, god of love. Why, thank you. I detested you even before I saw you were using the same kind of vessel. Before I saw you were using the same kind of vessel as Parvati, so I would have hated to be inaccurate. So I was right. It is. Durga is using Sakura as a vessel as well, which kind of makes sense since Parvati does too. But you know, damn, that's a loud ass motorcycle. But you know, since Kama is also using the same vessel, I don't know if she realized that or not. Damn it, does Durga? This might be out of our league, divided spirit or not. I don't want to make an enemy of Shiva's queen. The man who smells like the demon Kali. And is that Vayu? Demon Kali. And is that Vayu? Oh, is that Lancer? Wait, is he here? I guess. I guess I should have known a god would have a sharp nose. So much for hiding and seeing how things play out. Wait, this man who smells like Demon Kali and Vayu. Wait, Demon Kali? Wait, is that Bhima? Is she referring to Bhima as well? So they're here too. I see all surviving servants have gathered here. Very well then, I suppose this requires an immediate course correction to put you all on the proper path. Apparently, even when the truth is hidden by design, it still finds its way to the surface. Perhaps that is just its nature. There, I've opened up partial access to my high-level database. More simply, I'm willing to answer any questions you may have. What's going on, Governor? Why do you have a servant of your own? Does this mean you're participating in the system Grail War too? No, it does not. I am simply overseeing this Holy Grail War. She is my servant. So you just summon a servant because why not, I guess? Both of these statements are true and neither conflicts with the other. Yeah, I guess she summons someone because she can. So that archer, Durga, is special in some way? Affirmative. Her summoning is the incident that began this Holy Grail War. No, it would be more accurate to say that her summoning is what enabled me to begin the experimental ritual. This one enabled me to begin the experimental ritual I call the system Grail War. So, because this is not the first system Grail War, right? So that means Durga has been around since the first one. So there's a lot of... Okay, this Grail War has a lot of... I guess the word is reference or callbacks. Yeah, callbacks. That's a lot of callbacks to like Fate Zero, and then right now it's Fate Apocrypha-ish with, you know, how Amakusa was around since, well, not the first one, but the previous one. Experiment? So this isn't to fix the paper moon? This ritual beginning is the reason the paper moon stopped working? Oh. Once it has concluded, the paper moon will work again, though differently than it did before. So I maintain that I was not lying in my earlier explanation. This Holy Grail War is going to change how the paper moon works? Then this was all an experiment to see if the paper moon could be used in a different way? Correct. An excellent display of logic. This experiment was designed to make use of the paper moon's unique properties and its ability to reproduce everything exactly as it is. To artificially create a Holy Grail War. You masters and servants are both the subjects and the products of that experiment. While you all may have gotten here via unusual means, the result is practically the same. So you're saying we're lab rats? In a manner of speaking, none of you masters and servants here are your natural selves. So all of us are basically a paper moon based replicas of our original selves. Is that it? Some of you have been processed, huh? Some of you have been generated. Some of you were probably more aware of this than others, and to differing degrees. I think that's probably Rider's Master. I am certain, however, that those of you most able to see matters objectively must have sensed it yourselves. Others of you may only have become aware of it by hearing events recounted from another perspective. You may have different personalities, beliefs, tastes, and values. However, none of those things were created from scratch. They were all present in your original selves. And we have different personalities. That is to say, while you are all still the same people you have always been, the versions of you here are comprised of isolated aspects of your personality which were extracted and made to stand alone. So basically, the paper moon has a replica version-ish of the original people in the real world, but here as the AIs, they are so basically like each AI, especially the prime AI, are comprised of isolated aspects of your personality. It's like basically like one major aspect of the original person's personality. I think is how I understand this kind of. I believe you already know what such beings are called. You mean... Yes, you are all artificial alter egos created by the paper moon. Okay, that's why they keep calling us alter egos. So I was right. It is. We are all basically artificial. We're all replicas, like a paper moon based replicas, which I said earlier. So yeah, pretty much. So we're all not even real. Artificial alter egos created by the paper moon. It's crazy. Crazy. So what now? Impossible. As the paper moon's caretaker, I can assure you that the paper moon has no such functions. I mean, like, yeah, the fact that Xion appears as a child here does, you know, it is a big question, like how and why. That's exactly why I did this, Miss Caretaker. The key is rotation and the centrifugal force it produces. In essence, it works by using the power of the Holy Grail War system to rotate this world. Then using the conceptual centrifugal force this generates to separate, restrain, and replicate various aspects of your souls. You're putting our souls in a conceptual centrifuge? I can see from your expression that you recognize it is possible. Put our souls in a conceptual centrifuge. I call it the AEC method. The AEC stands for Alter Ego Centrifuge. Whoa, hold on a damn minute. Okay, this has all sounded so nuts, I've just kind of been letting it go in one ear and out the other. Kinda me too, Kama. I mean, how do we even know she's telling the truth here? For all we know, she could be making this nonsense up. Where is the proof? It may not be proof, but I do have some circumstantial evidence. Remember the shock absorbers around the perimeter we wake up in after being sent flying in one of those rotations? Were they not familiar? Like the coffins. Yeah. I think those are coffins, or at least they function similarly. They are vessels meant to prevent spiritrons from escaping. They are vessels meant to prevent spiritrons from escaping. Cradles meant to secure the parts of our personality that have been separated from us. Incidentally, the rotation that occurs when a servant disappears is more of a preliminary operation. You don't need to worry about your personalities being separated. The real process will occur when the ritual is complete. Hang on, I've been trying to wrap my head around all this, but it doesn't make any sense. Let's say we really are alter egos, and the whole point of this Holy Grail War was to create us. What does that get you? Why bother with all this? That's what I want to know. of course. The point of all this is to prevent the end of the world. Which world? What? Huh? What kind of end and which world are we talking about? To answer that, I'll need to start at the very beginning. One day, a Holy Grail manifested inside the Paper Moon's microscopic domain. In response, I came into being. Shit. So there really was a Holy Grail involved in this incident. So it is basically a singularity, huh? Kind of. Ugh. Since Holy Grails possess near unlimited power on a conceptual level, I guess there is no reason why one could not get involved with a tiny virtual world like this one. I then used the Holy Grail's power to calculate that the world was going to end unless something was done. Quick question, which world are we talking about here? Exactly. The one bleached white, of course. The very world all of you at Caldia are attempting to save. Oh, okay. I understand that you are currently preparing for your final confrontation, but the biggest problem, and the reason you will fail, is that you're simply lacking in firepower. But we have so many people helping us. And I have calculated that they will be insufficient. Yes, I know you have allies. The question is, do you have enough of them for the final confrontation? And the answer is no. As such, your mass firepower may as well be non-existent. So I turn to the alter ego class to bolster your firepower. I'm sorry to just ask this now, but what are alter egos? They are an extra class of servants. Unlike an alter, which changes a heroic spirit's way of being down to their abilities and personality, an alter ego could be seen as a heroic spirit's alternate personality being separated to form a wholly new servant. Alternate personality, separate. Okay, I guess makes sense, I guess. Using computer programs as an example, an alter is like a different version number of a given program. And an alter ego will represent that program's systems being repurposed into a wholly new product. Program systems being repurposed. Okay. I guess like a certain program, if a program's system will be. Okay, I get it. Many alter egos became high servants owing to the use of powerful beings like divine spirits to fill in the parts of their personalities which were left empty after their separation. That's why they always have something. They always have divine spirit. Because they're just one part of the whole personality, so you gotta fill in the void with something, I guess. I mean, they want to fill in the parts of their personalities which were left empty after the separation. But that's not a requirement. Anyone can be an alter ego class as long as a different personality of theirs is the one in charge. You may have gotten used to them at a certain point through sheer familiarity. But from my perspective, alter egos seem an especially mysterious class. Wait, so this chapter is the one focused on alter egos, huh? It is very easy for any servant to qualify as one. I mean, I guess technically anyone can be an alter ego if you have I mean, because it's not necessarily have to be a split personality, right? It's just like person A could be like this kind person, but could also have like a very strict, like wild side to that person, kind of. So if just taking one side of it, that's a whole new person with just a specific personality. So yeah, I guess. And they depend far too much on internality and mentality that lack forms of their own. Internality and mentality. But then I had an idea. If it's possible for an alter ego to be established just by having one aspect of a servant's personality be in control, then theoretically, it should also be possible for a single servant to produce two alter egos. Yeah, kind of, technically. I mean, you're basically divided into two, so you got two. I understand living beings possess a wide variety of mental states and personalities. It follows then that every person and every hero can be said to exist as a convergence of countless personalities and possibilities. Yeah, I guess maybe that's why this Bhima is more of the cooked version of Bhima than the warrior side. Meanwhile, alter egos can exist independently simply by virtue of being alter egos. And as far as I was able to tell from what of Kaldia's records, I was able to steal a glance at. There is no data indicating alter ego's combat capabilities are in any way inferior. So then, logically speaking, when taking a single servant, artificially separating their various personalities, and using them to produce multiple alter egos be a far more effective force multiplier? Okay, I get it. So she's literally multiplying she's planning to literally multiply our servant force by turning everyone into alter egos, because yeah, why have one when you can have at least two of the same spirit origin, kind of. That's insane. That's gonna make us that's definitely not gonna let us go through that Antarctica barrier thingy. We're never going through that barrier. No, it isn't. It's entirely feasible, and the benefits are clear. This is the answer. Yeah, so her conclusion is basically at least two is better than one. So, having arrived at that conclusion, I decided to take action on that basis. And that plan is being carried out even as we speak. The system Grail War is the key. The Infinite Alter Ego Production Project. God damn, Infinite Alter Ego. Damn, she's not trying to multiply by 2 or 3, she's going beyond. It's crazy. I mean, good intention, but that's definitely not gonna let us go through that barrier. It's crazy. So section 14, Goddess of Annihilation, how to avoid destruction. So we're gonna fight Durga, it seems. Ugh. This is the most effective method I have observed to combat the impending threat. That is not a matter for debate. So, now that you know, would you be so kind as to continue the Holy Grail War? I assure you, my role remains nothing more than overseer. I mean, technically, yeah, she hasn't really actively participated in the war, but she definitely made sure things doesn't go like she definitely made sure things doesn't go too crazy, because that's when she made Archer, she sent Archer to snipe down any what do you call it, like those anomalies to borrow terms from Into the Spider-Verse. And Durga is only here to assist with system-related matters. She has no bearing on the Holy Grail War per se. Kinda. No bearing? Then why the hell did she attack Saber? How about Ryder's Master? Yeah. Y'all killed Ryder's Master. Because they interfered with my divine duties. The entire point of this goddess's existence. The Master of Rider threatened to analyze. Oh my god, my voice sounds so weird. The Master of Rider threatened to analyze, contact, and tamper with the system at the root level, which would have interfered with its operation. Yeah, later he was going crazy. And Saber clearly acted with intent to harm my master, the System Grail War's overseer. In doing so, both made themselves targets for annihilation. That is why I attacked. So what? You're insisting that you're just the guardian of the Holy Grail War as a whole? That you're just the overseer's means for enforcing her rules? Yeah, not buying that for a second. I bet you're involved in all this at a way deeper level, Durga. Otherwise, why the hell would you hide yourself pretending to be an AI? DX, a name that simultaneously reflected Durga's extra special type D status. Oh wow, that's why. That's because she came up with it, right? She was the one who decided EX. So that's why. D for Durga, X for extra. Extra specials, type D status, and X as in unknown variable, not to mention D indicating Durga. An excellent choice for a name. As her master, I couldn't be prouder. But at any rate, yes, you have a point. As you've guessed, Durga is indeed key to making this Holy Grail War work. Please let me explain. I would love for you to understand the beauty of this system for yourselves. She's very proud of this whole plan that she came up with. The first thing you need to know is that Durga possesses a hollow with truly staggering storage capacity. A hollow? I believe it's most likely where she kept all the powers she received from various gods, so as to use them safely. At any rate, when I used the Holy Grail's power to initially summon 5 servants, I stored them inside Durga's hollow while their spirit origins were still asleep. Those must be the true bodies of the servants taking part in the AI Holy Grail War. Oh, yeah, because we're all alter egos here, right? I then use the rest of the Grail's power to execute the first rotation, thereby producing 5 alter ego servants. Remember those things you have been seeing? The things resembling heroic spirit shadows? They are a kind of byproduct. Well, they are created during the rotation's impact and like full personalities of their own. They are essentially alter ego fragments. Oh. However, they still retain a bit of their heroic spirit power, so they were tied to the bugs and classified as a special type of enemy. At any rate, that is the purpose of this Holy Grail War. It is meant to have servants fight amongst themselves, and to collect the energy released during their disappearance into Durga's Hollow, which is also connected to the Papermoon's world as a whole. Wait, what? To collect the energy released during their disappearance into Durga's Hollow, which is also connected to the Papermoon's world as a whole. Okay. This quantity of energy is sufficient to rotate the Papermoon's world twice, which is necessary for producing alter egos. This means when the Holy Grail War ends, Durga will possess energy from 4 vanished servants, which she will then use to rotate the world. Like the real world? As in the real world? Or this world? That will in turn generate new alter egos from the 5 servants in her hollow. Those 5 alter ego servants will be securely contained so they can fight against the impending destruction. Then, the servants generated from the second rotation will be used to fight the next Holy Grail War. By rinsing and repeating, this process will theoretically allow me to generate an unlimited number of alter egos. Wow, it's crazy. Only in theory, what you have described has no practical applications whatsoever. By way of example, let us say you use this conceptual centrifuge to ham-fistedly create infinite alter egos. Do you truly not believe the original servants' souls will eventually be worn down to nothing? We won't know that unless we try. I still need to collect and test more data to find out what sort of effect the alter ego extraction process has on the originals. There's still a lot about this I don't understand. Most of it if I'm being honest. But can you at least confirm one thing for me, Governor? What will happen if we do continue the Holy Grail War? I mean, what specifically? The winning alter ego servant will be added to the fighting force reserves and set aside. The winning alter ego master will meld with me. What? After which, the next AI Holy Grail War will begin. As I said earlier, by repeating this process, I will be able to generate an infinite number of alter egos with which to fight the impending threat. What about our wish? Will that be granted? Ah, yes, I did set that as your motivation, didn't I? Yes, it will. The winner will merge with me. And as the new version of the next Holy Grail War's overseer, they will be able to manage it however they like. The next Holy Grail War? Does that mean there's going to be more war that is not going to end? Of course not. We require a much larger force to work with if we're going to prevent the world's destruction. But what about the family I wanted? Should you win, you'll be free to set as many family parameters in the next Holy Grail War as you like. That's not what I mean. I want to live a peaceful family life where we don't have to worry about war at all. I think you'll be fine. Once you have gained central governing AI status, preventing the world's destruction, and by extension, continuing the Holy Grail Wars, will become your first priority. I don't think that's what she wants though. But that's... So, I'm just going to stop caring about this wish I care so much about? How is that supposed to make me feel better? You need not be concerned, to begin with. You said alter ego masters too, right? What did you mean by that? The randomizer system used to give you AI's personalities is actually a means of making you into random alter egos. So it's not exactly she gives a random personality, she just that she got from somewhere else. It's literally it's a means of making you into random. So it's not that she gave us random alter egos, random personalities. She literally made she's literally just making random alter egos out of the original ones. Huh? The master problem was another issue I had to resolve in putting together my infinite alter ego production project. Wait, what? The master problem. There is no sense generating an unlimited number of alter egos if the lone master of Chaldea can't manage them all by himself. So I needed a way to come up with masters as well. What kind of master is best suited to managing alter egos? To answer that question, I decided to prepare alter egos for the masters as well. And the most efficient way to accomplish that was to come up with a wide variety of personality patterns. In order to keep them diverse, I chose base personality models from a number of different sources. So how do you get this one? The Master of Caster's personality was a created type, alter ego invented. I made him from as close to scratch as I could, and I tried to give him a fiercely competitive personality. For his name and appearance, well, I simply chose something I saw in Chaldea's database. He was designed to be proud and overconfident, with his mage-like rationality and practicality. And practicality overruling what little empathy he had. I expected his personality to be a significant driving force in keeping the Holy Grail War moving along. I did have to make additional adjustments to him later, but on the whole, he certainly passed. The Master of Rider's personality was an acquisition-focused type, alter ego import. For him, I loaded in elements from a person who was actually involved with the Paper Moon in real life, and separated them to make an alter ego. He was the most perceptive and flexible of all the masters, though this ultimately led to him breaching a boundary which needed to remain impenetrable. A shame. Given his natural affinity for becoming an alter ego, I would guess he originally had multiple personalities. It's probably because, part of Gatia. Gatia, well, why did I say it like that? The Master of Saber's personality was focused on mimicry, alter ego imitate. In her case, I started with a given person's physical features, and then gave her a simulated personality based on how I imagined such a person would actually think. Wow. Given how few types of humans I have been able to interact with, I didn't have many options at my disposal. It may be obvious, but she was the same girl Durga is using for her avatar. That should be a sufficient summary. The idea is that whichever of these very different masters wins the AI Holy Grail War must be the master best suited for managing alter egos, and gains a commensurate amount of experience points towards that end. That master then becomes the next Holy Grail War's overseer and repeats the process, thereby ultimately being upgraded into being even better at managing alter egos. The wishes you possess as AI masters are an expression of your nature as alter egos. Something of a side effect, really. They did not come from your AI personalities at all. Wait, what? Ultimately, each of your wishes is borrowed from another, so is of no real consequence. But that's you can't be serious. You mean I've been feeling guilty all this time over nothing? That sucks. That's why I've been so... Alright, that's enough. This is boring, so I'm gonna wrap this up right now. Who freaking cares? Huh? What the fuck? Seriously, I could not possibly care less about what other people want or wish for. The only wishes that matter to me are my own, and I will not let my wishes be just an afterthought. You know what the biggest problem with everything you just told us is? Is that apparently, even if I win this war, my only reward is getting to be a soldier in someone else's war. And that's no reward at all. If you think I've spent all this time fighting just to be someone else's pawn, you're out of your damn mind. I've been fighting so I can live life on my own terms, with everything I've ever wanted at my fingertips. Everything else can stuff it. Berserker? And that goes for you too. Who cares about all that other stuff? What about my wish? And that's the attitude you should have here. And if someone tries to get in your way, you should fight them with everything you've got. So let me ask you this, Master. Do you still have a wish of your own? A desire you want to satisfy no matter what it takes? Yeah, I do. Then you don't worry about a thing except how you're going to make it happen. So, now that we know fighting this Holy Grail War isn't going to get us what we want, our only choice is to take these people down and take over the system for ourselves. We're going to stop this stupid Holy Grail War and its alter ego nonsense. Once that's done, we just have to take control of these admin privilege things and we'll soon be making our wishes come true. Ha! That's right. That's the kind of guy you were. A good for nothing idiot who only has eyes for his own desires. Then again, maybe sometimes an idiot is exactly what you need to get some things done. You said that the winning master would become the central governing AI. So then, what will happen if Minami won? I didn't account for you three in my initial calculations. You were probably just caught in the first rotation as a result of factors I am not aware of. You could say that makes you alter ego irregular. Still, one of the AI Holy Grail War's goals is to perfect a master optimized for managing alter egos in time for the final showdown. Your presence here is not an impediment to that process. As long as this project produces enough alter egos to win the upcoming battle, I see no need to concern myself with what may happen to the versions of you in the outside world. So no, there will be no issues with you becoming this world's newest overseer either. Though I'm sure you will need to undergo a number of special modifications beforehand. On a supplementary note, accident or not, it is a stroke of luck that you showed up here, Master of Chaldea. While it's possible you may not be up to the task based on your battle record to date, it is also very possible that you may come up with the optimal solution. While I will of course remain strictly impartial and not offer anyone preferential treatment, I consider you the most likely master to win this contest, and will be watching your progress with great interest. Good luck. Gee, thanks. I don't know what we would ever have done without that completely unnecessary extra tidbit. Anyway, sounds like winning this Holy Grail War won't get us any closer to a way out here. So then, remind me why we should care about it again. Not only will we not be able to return to our original world unless we destroy the system Grail War itself, the Paper Moon will also remain useless and broken. So it seems to me that we have only one option available to us. Yeah, this whole plan was messed up from the start. And there's no way we're staying here to fight Holy Grail Wars at Infinitum. No more never-ending Holy Grail Wars. We're getting out of here, period. So you understand. Fortunately, there is a clear and straightforward means to achieve that goal. Before us stands a being we were just told is directly linked to the Holy Grail War system. So the quickest way to tear it down would be to destroy it. To destroy Rani 12's servant. That is Durga. Why can't you see that this is the only way to prevent the end of the world? If this fails, the whole world will come to an end. Since you are the only one who has observed this devastation and the way it supposedly stopped it, it is no surprise you and you alone understand it. The same kind of thing has happened before in the Atlas Institute too. But as you have gone on to inflict harm on those around you, is it really so shocking that those same people would try to stop you? Yes, it is. This end is something my calculation, my planet, has shown me beyond any doubt. I am also this world's pneuma. I am its fifth element. You could say nothing would exist here without me. So I truly don't think it would be in your best interest to oppose me. But it seems you leave me no choice. Durga is the one truly irreplaceable part of this project. I mean, again, in a way she is the core of this whole plan because of her hollow or whatever. Analyzing combat abilities. Conclusion: it will be very difficult for them to destroy this goddess. I know, I cannot imagine any path to success for them, but just in case... Wait, what? Oh, are you planning to join us? Well, I am a master myself. Since Durga's skill is much too great for her to participate in the Holy Grail War herself. It won't generate much energy if she kills you alter ego servants, so I would really rather not do this. But if this is what I must do, then so be it. Fortunately, by my calculations, when this is all over, there should be just enough energy to reset the system Grail War and create new alter egos to fight it. So now I will, in my capacity as Overseer, remove the impediments threatening to derail its execution. Oh yeah? I would like to see you try, short stuff. Your petty insult has no bearing on these proceedings. It has, however, helped me decide to switch modes. I will show you what I look like in my optimal master form. You shall see that I am not just the Papermoon's central governing AI, but a being determined to fight back against the world's destruction. Yes, I can see it now. The soul's alter egos flitting through the air like dust, and the skies of the underworld resisting the destruction. I am the wings that guide it, and the very dust itself. So I will take a more appropriate name. Ayo! I am the dust of Osiris. I am the one who sees the world's approaching end, and the one who will stop it. Okay, the thing is she has good intention, but she's doing it in a quite extreme. I don't know if you can call it extreme, kind of extreme, but damn, what is this? What the hell? Removing all thought acceleration limiters, entering Osiris mode, setting course for the northern sky. Durga, my servant, as your master, I now give my commands. This is a correct and necessary step in averting the apocalypse. Give these people who refuse to see the sense in my answer a swift and painless shutdown. Damn, she got a crazy eyes. Oh shit. New divine duty accepted. Executing. Oh boy. Well, let's see how is this gonna go. Oh shit.
計算の結果はすでに出ている。観測せよ、翡翠の鳥。
Excuse me.
この忍者、見逃しません。
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
これ見せちゃおうかな。シュリンガーラヨーン。後悔しないといいですね。はい。測定せよ。
What the hell?
琥珀の鹿。
Excuse me?
本当に？本気で言ってるんですか？じゃあ、川間さんも花と。
Damn, Mama Reiko. God damn.
殲滅コースいいですよ勢力
20k, what the? What in the hell?
容赦しませんか
なん何事もやればできるさ。
これ見せちゃおうかなならばご覧に入れましょう しょうがないですね風紀のためですねゴズ天皇東方神大釈天混合書中から二人あらゆる敵を撃滅せん釈大管理混合書しているのです
Get me.
支障はありません参ります
Are you serious? Like just a bit more? Oh my god.
殲滅コース発射
Hey yo, damn, chill. 3 left? Oh my god. I need to crit now, but dang it.
空気のためですねいざ
そうくっ
砂漠天より殲滅コースいいですよ勢力
Oh, she does attack like everyone. But
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
あらいかがされましたでは
小さな窓
そのよういざ支障はありません
そこは壁もなく城もなくクリスマスの始まりの空魂のありかを見せようかガーデン・オブ・アバロン
はあ支障はありません支障はありません
oh, thank God. Okay.